Hello, greetings. We're here today at Olakira in the Olakira Mara Homes. I'm joined with David Masharia, who is my mentor, a businessman, a photographer, and he is busy training a lot of the creatives in Kenya right now. So I would like to give you the stage, my good sir. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much, Tony, and thanks for the name Olakira Podcast. This is our first one, and one of the beautiful thing is the beauty we have in this country, bro. Especially Masai Mara. When you start talking about Masai Mara, the story can be endless, bro. From photography, experience, adventures, and I'm sure there's so many questions you want to ask me because I think from business, from building a business, photography, filmmaking, and all that. Maybe I don't know which one do you want to start with?
Yeah, so David and I have been working together for a few months, and there's so many things we've already talked about. One of the things that keeps on coming up is how creatives can take and package their talents and their skills and turn that into a profitable business for them, where they have significant control over their work and they're autonomous. They can sustain themselves.
Yeah.
So your company has been a template for that. What has your journey been like, and how do you turn that creative talent into a product?
Thank you so much, Tony. And I think if you ever listen to most of my podcasts, now most of the content I've done, I keep on saying passion don't pay bills, but when you put your passion on something and think as a business person, that's how you actually add value to that passion. And when I started this photography journey back in the year 2000, after my high school, I didn't manage to go to campus or college, so the only opportunity I had is to use the resources I had. And the good thing, before that, even when I was still in school, I used to attend to my dad's shop, during the holidays. And I could interact with Shigiri, so I could know what his money can do for me, bro. When you are getting 50 shillings, that 20 shillings on a Sunday, that is your money, bro. You used to feel like, yeah, I can eat biscuits, I can do everything I want with the money. And that was one of the most things that gives you the therapy about when you have your own money. Then after high school, bro, I don't have any other opportunity. I wanted to go to campus, and unfortunately I didn't manage to go to campus. But what I learned so much from my dad is something called social capital. Who do you know? And the relationship, how he used to build relationship with people he did business with. And the same people, they're the one who saw my potential. And one of the guys gave me an opportunity to come to Nairobi and work in a studio. That was Mwangaza Studio. That's where I started working. Actually, I didn't start working. I started training because I remember I worked for 3 months and without even pay because I had no any background about photography. So there's no value I could add to that business. So I was advised if you can actually agree to be trained about around 3 months and I get somewhere to stay, I could just be reporting to working from 7 to 6. And I said, oh yeah, coming to Nairobi those days, it was a big thing. So and this is one of the things I challenge young people. Sometimes when you start looking for a job after your high school, after you're done with all the school stuff, hey bro, it's been tough, man, to get a job out here. So what actually people should look for, especially young people, is the opportunity. Yeah? Because when you start looking for a job, bro, it will be now another job, looking for a job, it will be a job that you do every day. So I usually advise what you need is an opportunity to be somewhere. And the good thing about we in Africa, bro, we have a lot of challenges. And those challenges, the reason why you see all these foreigners and these investors coming in Africa is because in their country, so many opportunities have been saturated. So Africa is still virgin.
Very true. I say that all the time.
Yeah.
Especially having studied abroad in film
Mm-hmm.
and then coming back to Kenya, where our country, and I'm trying to, do my thing at home.
Yeah.
You see that a lot, that what you're saying is very...
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity, and I think, trust me, with some of the NGOs and organizations I work for, before, they used to have foreigners who used to be filmmaker, photographers, used to come from other countries. Bro, I was like, I'm here in Kenya, why should other people come here and they get paid for the hotel, the flight ticket, and I'm like, you cut down the cost. I can do the same kind of work they do. Actually, I executed my ideas, because what I did,
very oversaturated.
what I did, I invested heavily on getting the skills, because you can imagine, as a photographer, the only people who were mentoring me, they used to do weddings and be press photography. And when I think I also did some press photography when I met Boniface Mwangi, because he mentored me so much when it comes to especially when you're doing the pictures that tell stories. But before that, I used to work for wedding portraiture. I had a very good student. I was a very good student from my teacher even today, called Mr. Kanini, and I learned so much from him. So I also challenged myself. How best do I improve myself? And one of the days he asked me, since I got the cyber, what do you do in the cyber? And he told me, the same internet that you're actually going to pay 4 shillings per minute, you can learn so much. Do you know what I did? I started buying magazines. Vogue magazines.
Yeah.
There's a place in Stanley Hotel. Yes, outside there used to be some Ovals magazine, but I could afford to buy the new one. I could only manage to buy those old magazines, so I could actually see the pictures and I could see the photographers there. And that's why I usually tell young people, you guys, you are very lucky. You have internet in your hands, bro. So we used to pay 5 shillings per minute, bro, to get in a cyber, and you could actually have that 50 shillings, and the internet used to be slow. These are the photographers I approached, and that's why I keep telling people I went to one of the best universities in the world, bro. Do you know which one is it? It's not Harvard, bro. I went to Google University. That's why I learned so much about photography from other photographers who are the best in the world. And that's why I keep telling people, keep on improving your skills, because this world is changing every day. And that's why I discovered whatever I learn online, I started executing it in where I used to take pictures, because I used to take photos in Kangemi. One of those suburbs in Kangemi, where I used to go door to door with a bike, with a camera hanging there, and like an album, which is called a portfolio today. You guys, you are very lucky. You have social media. I used to work with an album. Hey, hi, my name is David. I would like to take photos of you. We don't know you. How did you even get here? Cause
I want to ask you a question, David. Yeah. So when you had access to internet back in the day, and you were now able to do more research, perfect or go to Google University, as you said.
Yeah.
What are some of the platforms on the internet and people on the internet who provide good guidance in these things that we're talking about, creativity, photography?
When you are seeking for mentorship, there's something I usually teach my students, something called humility. Sometimes you have to humble yourself so that someone else can open up for you. When I was learning, I also got a lot of rejection. Bro, yeah, you ask someone's question, because I used to actually inbox some of these photographers. Hey, my name is David Masharia. I'm an upcoming photographer from Kenya. Your work I have admired your work. Which kind of camera do you use? Okay, the kind of lighting. Some of them, they didn't have time to reply to me, but some of them, they replied to me, and they introduced me to other forums that I can follow to learn photography, which I'm even part of those forums even today. And one of the things that you have to, as a creative, first of all, you have to be open to learn, because the world changes every day. Then, a powerful thing, like that album I used to carry here with me, every house I go to, is called a portfolio. That is what we call a CV for a creatives. Yes, creatives, we don't need a CV. A whole book of creatives. I went to this school, I graduated on this. Bro, that doesn't sell for us. What sells for you is the work you have actually executed. What have you done before, so that you can be in case you want to be commissioned for a business. So you have to invest in what you call a portfolio. And how do you invest in a portfolio? First of all, you invest in your time, learning the skill. In case you are a musician, learn how to actually perfect your sound, in the vocals. In case you're a guitarist, if you're a DJ, you have to invest in a lot of skills. And how do you do that? Look for mentorship. Look for mentors who have been there before. Why do you have to look for mentors? To avoid the mistake. Like me, I have done a lot of mistakes in my business. When people see versatile photographers, the people who knows the journey for that company, bro, it's been a journey. Because I've been, you've been having a household brand in a country that is leading in East Africa, where people from even Nigeria, Ghana, Tanzania has so many students coming to learn from me, is because I have done a lot of mistakes in this business, where I felt like someone should not make those mistakes. Someone should actually learn to avoid those mistakes. And that's why as a creative, you must have a mentor you look up to. not even to copy ideas, to borrow ideas from. Even now, I have so many mentors. I follow their work. They don't even know me. Yeah, like when I started my company, the guy who did inspire me was Virgin Atlantic, the Richard Branson. You know,
Yes.
I used to look how he worked with the stuff, how he did with the people, and his word, and how he have branded his stuff, bro. He really inspired me. That's why I even call my company
Virgin is the way they've done their whole marketing.
Exactly.
Is amazing.
Yeah,
And the
I wrote to
ideas
the
they
guy
come
just another day in one of his comments when he was in Kenya, my Caribbean, Mount Kenya. You know, back in the year 2006, you inspired me. Now you inspire me how to do business. Guess what? I'm your neighbor in Masai Mara. You have a camp somewhere here, man. I'm sorry. You know, I told you, hey bro, I'm your neighbor now. I'm following your footsteps. Why? Because he inspires me. And not just him. I have local people who really inspires me a lot. I look how they do business. I go and ask all the stupid questions, Tony. Some of the questions you need to ask, don't feel ashamed. When you are doing a mistake somewhere, go and ask those questions. And in a creative economy, the only people who are winning, they are the people who are putting their work there. Because in any business, you must invest in what we call visibility. Your work has to be visible. In YouTube, Instagram, when I logged in, oh, this Tony work, oh, what is it up to? You have to feed us with a lot of your work. So that by the time I'm thinking of someone who is a filmmaker, your name comes first. But the moment you keep quiet, it's like when you find a very beautiful girl, bro, and you're like, hey, I like this girl, but you don't even tell her, bro, she's gonna invite you on her wedding. Hey, since you're my neighbor, come and help us cooking. You know, it's my wedding. Because you never told her how you feel about her. Same thing in business. You have to put your work out there, and you guys, you have a lot of opportunity. I try to keep up with Instagram, and okay, I'm too old, bro, but I keep also trying to keep up with the social media, because you have one thing that is so good called social media, where you put your work there. Your platform is a platform that you can actually sell your work, and as an artist, the kind of stuff you can create, nobody can do the same. So these are the things that you have to really invest in, what you call a portfolio, so that you can fetch the market you're looking for. Yeah.
100%. And what you're talking about, your portfolio, no one can make a portfolio like yours. Every artist sees things in their own unique way. Everybody sees things in their own unique way, and artists express that.
Yeah.
And nowadays on the internet, there's so many ways I think you can capitalize off that.
Yeah.
Because even NFTs, for example,
Yeah.
that's a one-of-one thing.
Bro.
I'm not a crypto NFT master.
We have
but
been
from what
ignored
I've-
for so many years.
Uh-huh.
But NFT came on board. I'm also seeing in class, learning about NFT. But you see, this is where and you hear an artist have sold a piece of his work. Good money. So, if you are a creative, these are the some of the things you need to tap into. In case you don't know how to do it, I've looked for several mentors who can actually advise, because I do a lot of wildlife pictures.